We're 20-4 in the last 2 years when Brendan David was our starting running back.
On the field at Archbishop Hannan High School in Covington,
He played a pivotal role in how successful we were.
Brendan David's perseverance was his greatest skill.
He was one heck of a football player.
The running back planned to keep playing at Trine University in Indiana on a scholarship. All that changed for the 18-year-old on May 17th. Just a few days after graduation, David was badly injured in an ATV accident in Hammond. Today, he's still unconscious with a severe brain injury.
My mind still says when you see the state that he's in, and you're like, this is bad. You know it's bad. But my heart says otherwise.
His football coach and friend, Scott Wattigny, says he's felt nearly every emotion since the accident, except one.
I've been sad, I've been upset, I've been angry, but I've never felt hopeless, and it's because of who he is.
And this community hasn't given up hope either. Evidence of that is visible with the fundraisers organized by family and friends, and then there are literal signs of support, like seen here above the causeway.
I just wanted to send you a video to let you know that I'm thinking about you.
Saints QB Drew Brees sending his well wishes.
Brendan David is Leonard Fournette here, man.
And so has Leonard Fournette.
It just says a lot about the people in South Louisiana, the New Orleanians. It says a lot about who Drew Brees is, and the same to be said for Leonard Fournette.
Progress is slow, but Wattigny remains optimistic, using a different sport in describing David's ability to fight.
If you were to be in a fight with him, if you were to be in a boxing match, you're going to have to go 15 rounds.
David now faces the fight of his life.
Keep fighting, Brendan, 42 strong.
But he's got a team behind him. Paul Dudley, Eyewitness News.
If you want to help, you can start by liking the Facebook page, Brendan's Miracle. We'll throw up a link on our website at WWLTV.com. And do you remember Michael Doherty, the former St. Paul football player who was paralyzed after a tackle back in 2016? Check this out. Look at this video. It was posted yesterday morning, and it shows Michael now walking. You can see he is being assisted, but it also shows that Michael's endless strength continues as he gets a few steps closer to his goal of walking again.